to yet another Waffles cosplay video. Last week we did Mei's headpiece, but today we are doing her boots. We're only going to do one just to save time, but I am really excited to show you guys what I've got. So let's go ahead into our material list, okay? You're going to need some EVA foam. These are floor mats, okay? I have a link in the description to a bunch that I found for $9 on Amazon, so I'll put that in the description so you guys can buy those. You're also going to need a pattern. This was 25 cents on Etsy, and I'll put a link in the description as well. And then we've got some Velcro. You can buy a pretty good package of this at Walmart for about $1, okay? We've also got a few base materials, okay? We've got our paint, so white, red, and blue. I'm using some spray paint, but you can just use regular paint. And then something to seal that foam. I'm using Plasti Dip, but you can use Elmer's glue, Mod Podge, anything like that you may have around the house, okay? And then hot glue, scissors, just the basic stuff like that, okay? You will also need some contact cement, okay? So I'm going to put this actually as a price for you to buy because you really need specifically this and you can't really use anything else. I got this for around like $4 at Home Depot. I don't remember the exact price. That may have been too much. I'm going to put $4 just to make sure that covers that cost for you, okay? So yeah, contact cement. Alright, and then some optional stuff that you don't super need but may make it look a little bit cooler. You can have some fans. She has little fans on the side of her boots, which are really legit, but you can also just make a pinwheel out of craft foam that could work just the same, and it will even move when there's like wind or when you walk, so that would be, a good, cheaper, less expensive option. Just in case you're wondering, these were $6 on Amazon, so not too bad if you did want to get them. And then you can also get some LEDs. Each of these LEDs was $3 on Amazon, but if you don't want to use LEDs, you could just use some glow-in-the-dark paint or just normal paint to paint some blue circles on the edges of her boots. So, optional. You'll also, for your base materials, need some sandpaper. If you don't have sandpaper, you can use a nail filer. It's actually the same thing. It's just a little bit smaller, but if you have a nail filer, that could also work as well. Let's get on to our first step. So, as always, you are going to want to cut out both the pattern and the EVA foam from the pattern, okay? A piece of foam that wasn't on the pattern. This, I took a shoe, so you're going to use a shoe as the base. Don't worry, it's not going to ruin your shoe. It's not going to, we're going to attach elastic so you can just put it over your shoe. So you can just find your most comfortable pair of shoes that you want to wear around a convention, and you're going to trace it on the foam and then leave, you want like on the edges, like 1/4 of an inch, and then right here, you want it to be more like an oval shape, okay? You see how I did that? I also punched 2 holes in 4 places on there that we're going to put the elastic in, okay? So that's another thing you want to do. And then the pattern was made for my size of shoe. So you may need to adjust using, a measuring tape and stuff once you've cut this out, because not everyone's foot is the same size. Unfortunate, but yes. So you may need to adjust a little bit, but only slightly, okay? So the first step is you're going to want to take your base that you cut out with your shoe, and then you're going to want to cut out some strips. I didn't have a long enough strip, but preferably one long strip that is an inch thick that you're going to wrap around and put on top of that, okay, so that your shoe can fit snugly in there, okay? And then I sanded all the edges of my foam with a sander just to make them smooth. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to put contact cement on all the edges that are going to be going together, okay? Contact cement is really cool stuff. You put it on, you wait 15 minutes, and then when you put it on, it just instantly connects together. And so you've got, this stuff that you can easily connect as you're bending it, so you don't have to like hold it in place, which is really hard with EVA foam. So make sure you don't get on your hands. You could even wear gloves. And then I'm also going to be wearing a mask to like stop the fumes. You could also use a bandana, just something. And then I may even open the windows in this room just to kind of like let it air out because it's really stinky. Hello everyone, and welcome to my laboratory. Okay, so I put all the contact cement on everything, and now we just have to wait for about 10 minutes to let it dry. Okay, so while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and put our elastic onto our shoe. So let's cut it. Scissors. And you want the lengths of these to be pretty small because you want it to be tight enough around your shoe to where it's, sticking on there. So I'm just gonna push this through here and pull it up through here. Cool. So we got all of our elastic in there. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we are going to make the bottom of this a little bit more like a shoe so that it doesn't slip around. Well, first of all, I'm gonna put hot glue on top of the elastic to make sure it doesn't get damaged while I'm walking around and snap or whatever. And then the next step we are going to do is we're going to make little lines or dots and squigglies on here to make it have more friction. Okay, so just going to make little dots. Let's start putting pieces together. So I'm just going to give you an example of how this is going to work. You just take the two parts of the contact cement. You're just going to press two pieces together. Try to get them as lined up as you can, especially the edges, because you want that clean edge look. So be really careful. Being glued together, as you can see, and the shoe fits well in there. Now we can't really glue any other pieces to it, because then it'll be hard to put the shoe in. So the rest of the pieces are going to be attached later on once you put the shoe in using Velcro. Okay, so the next step is going to be to cut out a large rectangular piece. Okay, that is going to be about the width of this section. Okay, for me it's 4.5 inches. All right. And then it's gonna want to come a little bit under this section. So it's gonna wanna arch above that. So go ahead and cut that out, just play around with it. So I got that cut out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a strip or pieces, whichever one, of the Velcro, and we wanna attach some to both of these and then some to both of these sections, okay? Awesome. So I went ahead and attached all the pieces, and we have this piece attached with that Velcro, and then I went and filled all the empty spots except this one, because you want to keep that one, with craft foam, which I'm going to add to the price because I didn't expect to be using, but I thought it would be the best way to fill those spots in, okay? And then let me explain how I attach this. We'll still be able to take this off. I've hot glued this piece here on this edge, but I Velcroed it here, and then this piece is only hot glued right here, okay? And then this one's just hot glued normally in there. So, as you can see, let me show you, you'll be able to, whoops. Guess I'll make to hot glue those down. You can just take these pieces right off. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Okay? So you can just kind of play around with the craft foam, try to get it to the point where it'll fit well onto your boot. You really don't want to spray paint in here, so I'm going to take everything outside and do it on top of a plastic bag, okay? So I went ahead and finished painting the whole entire thing and put Mod Podge on top, so you're going to want to do that afterwards. I also lined the inside with some black craft foam. Can't talk today. Black craft foam, and went ahead and put my fan and lights in there. This is the finished product. I may need to touch up a little bit of the paint, but besides that, I'm completely done. Thank you for watching this video. Good luck making your cosplay, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. You can also keep in touch with me via my social media, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Also, consider donating to my Patreon or purchasing something from my Etsy. It really helps it to support my